and screening series. And usually we are at Anthology Film Archives under New Filmmakers. We do about 6 shows there a year. We show about 38 artists. I don't know how many works in that time span. And then I usually put out a call and I get new work, and then I curate a whole bunch of new shows. So I'm very happy that you came here today. And there's a couple seats up here. The reason that we didn't put anything in the middle here is because the projector, like, your head hits. But there's some seats up here, and it's not a bad seat. Now, Petit Versailles puts on these events. Now, Petit Versailles puts on these events all summer long. They had a major problem this year with electricity. The electric was going to be shut down, and that was going to prohibit anything's for being shown. And if someone could go over to those people and ask them to talk lower, that would be great. If someone, yeah, a man would do that. So, Petit Versailles supports a lot of artists, and they let them do whatever the hell they want. And all kinds of events, paintings, screenings, poetry readings. Ariel Montini's film into an NTSC from a pal. So that's really happy about that. So I just wanted to mention a couple things tonight. The first film, the D Blok Snag, is by Joey Huertas, aka Jane Public. Joey was born a guy, as far as I know, and some people say, you have a guy in a women's film festival, how can that be? Joey and another guy, Jesse Russell Brooks, we showed some of their films throughout the year, because if you see their work, it is... Joey and another guy, Jesse Russell Brooks, we showed some of their films throughout the year, because if you see their work, it is extremely feminist-based, with feminist protagonists and subjects like she's on death row, things like that. So that's why we can show people like that. If they fit in with this scheme of things, we're happy to do that. It's not an exclusive club. So Joey cannot be here tonight, but what he asked me to do was tell everyone, his is the first film. Everything's run off of DVDs, but his film was made with 16mm Bolex camera, which I don't know if all of you know that you kind of have to move like this with the camera. He shot it up in the Bronx, which is where he's from. And these particular streets, when you see them, it's like a big hellhole. The buildings were completely demolished within 6 months after this film was shot. And only wild dogs and stolen torched cars, they had to torch them because they didn't want the IDs to show up for the police in case anyone cared to investigate that. So that's what's in this film. Plus he made a soundtrack, and to him, being from the Bronx, this is a land art film. And he was very much influenced by Nancy Holt. I don't know if you know her. She is an artist that makes a lot of sculptural installation type things outdoors, and she made something out west called the Sun Tunnels, where she dug into the earth, and that's in Canada. The first one's very abstract. The second one you'll see is the image on this postcard. Then we have Katya Yakubov. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Katya has her own screening series over in Brooklyn on the G train. Katya, say something about your series and yourself and your film and whatever.